Hello everybody. Happy Memorial Day. We're not doing anything for it, but it's happening, and it's raining out now. It wasn't, but now it is. And like 3 hours ago, 2 women came and bought the HD TV and the Roku. They said they wanted it for their camper, which makes perfect sense. I didn't even think about that. A TV that size is perfect for somebody's camper. So tomorrow we will go into town to the credit union and put all the money into my checking account, so it's on my debit card, and then I'll get back in the chat room with Frontier with that order number and account number and have them finish the order, and then we'll just be waiting for them to show up and hook it up. But anyway, then we'll be able to watch YouTube and Netflix and Hulu and any of that stuff on the TVs, and it will keep playing and it will be clear. Right now it buffers a lot and it is blurry. It's all pixelated. Sometimes it won't play at all. So that'll be one good thing anyway. It will make paying for Netflix and Hulu more worth it when we can actually use it anytime we want. And other than that, not much is going on today. Don said that he planted some cantaloupe and some watermelon, so before it started raining outside. So that's cool. Oh, and some squash too. So how are you doing?
Doing.
Oh yeah?
How you doing?
Ha ha ha. So I'm watching this guy on YouTube, Adventures in Arizona. Some of these places that he's filmed at, these abandoned places, are places where I've been in 95 and 96, and I was surprised to find out Fort Courage, Arizona went out of business and became abandoned. That's where I had to leave my car when I was trying to come back from California back to Michigan, and I ran out of money and the car was having trouble, and I had to abandon the car and come back on the Greyhound. I was very surprised to come across that video and find out that that place went out of business. I didn't know that. It had a restaurant, a gas station, and a gift shop / general store. And it was busy as all hell when I was there in 96, and now it's just nothing. So people lived behind it too, now nobody lives there. So it's pretty weird how things can change. I mean, yeah, that was 1996 last time I was there, but still. According to Google, it all went out of business 5 years ago. So it's just weird. Hello again. Now it's Tuesday. I ended up not filming anymore yesterday because it just turned into a cold, rainy day. We got stuck in the house, nothing was going on. It doesn't look like it's raining out now, but it's still dark and cold. But we're on our way into town so that I can put my money into my checking account and get it on the debit card, and then come home and get a hold of Frontier to finish setting up the appointment to have the internet turned back on. So after that, it will be in their hands, and we'll see how long it takes them before they actually show up and hook it up. And hopefully it all goes good, and the technician was right when he said there's enough ports in the PED now to hook us back up, because if he's wrong and they still can't do it, I don't know if we'll get that deposit back. So we'll have to see. There, we got to the credit union and put the money in my checking account so it would go on my debit card, and then I just spent like a half an hour in live chat with Frontier, and they finally got it figured out. First they couldn't get my debit card number to work, and I know I typed it correctly to them, so I think they made a typo. But anyway, it finally went through, and that deposit is paid, and we do get that back a year from now, as long as we always pay the bill, and we always do, so we don't just blow off our bills. And the appointment for getting the internet hooked up is on the 4th between 8 and noon. So as long as the local Frontier technician was right, and the problem has been fixed over the past 2 years, and there are ports, empty ports in the ped on the side of the road now to hook us to, then everything will be fine. So hopefully when I asked him and he said yes, everything's good, that he knew what he was talking about. And Don just put the wire back, the phone wire back. That's where the router, modem and router and all that will hook up. He had that all torn out of there before because he thought we'd never have the internet again, but we will, hopefully. So he just put that all back. And Don does that stuff himself because if you ask Frontier to do that for you, you get charged extra. And there's no reason for that when Don has the supplies and the know-how to do that stuff himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, like I told you, you can do it. It's really simple. If you know how to hook a speaker up to a stereo, you know how to do telephone wiring.
Yeah.
Yep, it's all color coded. Follow your colors. It's simple to do. You know, that's the best way I can describe it to you, is that if you know how to hook up speaker wire, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real simple.
Huh. And like I said before, we're going to keep using this, but only for uploading. Because Frontier has horrible upload speeds, and this, even when it's throttled, surprisingly, it only takes 2.5 to 3 hours. And Frontier takes 17 to 19 hours or more. So we'll keep this off all the time except for when I'm uploading. And that way on the 10th, when they put the high speed on it, it might last a little longer than 2 or 3 days because we'll only be using it for uploading. And when the high speed's on, uploading takes like 5 or 10 minutes. So it shouldn't use that 15 gigs up in 2 or 3 days when we're not watching Netflix or anything else on it. So that'll be good. But anyway, this thing has to be stuck out the window all the time or it doesn't get signal. And that's why it's in a bag, because it gets rained on and stuff. And the sun has already made it really sticky. So this whole rubber around here and on the back is all really, really sticky and it's gross. So it still works, but the sun is making it gross. And then we have to protect it from the rain and the snow in the winter with plastic, because the house has metal walls outside, of course. And if we bring this thing in here, it won't get the cell phone signal that it runs on. So it has to be sticking out the window at all times. Are you checking out the flowers? See if they're growing yet? All those little wildflowers are growing, but I don't think any of the baby's breath is yet that I just planted. Right? Don't dig in there though. Come on. Get out of there. Get. Another hole. You dug another hole? You and your holes. You having fun?
Oh yeah?
Yeah?
Not really, but doing something.
Yeah. Cleaning up some more junk out of the yard.
Yep, just took a bunch of crap down to the dump.
Yep. We'll get the yard looking normal someday.
Yeah, there ain't much left over on the other side of the shed now.
That's good.
That's gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the metal trailer down at the dump is so full that I had to stack stuff up behind it.
Just from junk from here?
No, just from everybody taking junk to him.
Huh.
Everybody takes junk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like he's always hauling out scrap metal from down there all the time.
Well, like you said, he makes money off it, so it makes him happy.
Yeah, he makes money off it. It keeps the metal from going to the landfill, and then the metal gets recycled. So
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. Smokey, what do you think you're doing?
If you think about doing the wheat, there he goes.
What are you doing?
Just trying to catch some birds, Mom.
Yeah, you leave those hummingbirds alone. They're not your friend and they're not your food. Leave them alone. You're weird. Yeah, you agree with me. You're weird. Don's going to take that tire down finally. And then he's going to put it down on its side and put dirt in it. And I'm going to make another flower tire out of it. Can't talk today. But not out in front yard. I want to put it back here so we can see it out the patio door and the kitchen window. Like, right there. Wee!
Where do you want it to fall?
Let it go. Yeah, let it. Oh, no, go about another foot toward the brush pile. And let it go. There. That should work. You scared Smokey away. And then you can fill it with dirt and I'll go pick out some more seeds and I'll put some seeds in there. And yes, eventually he is going to get rid of that old swing too. So that won't be here forever either. Smokey's like, what? What happened? And then Don will eventually cut the rope way up there because he says he wants to save this rope because there's nothing wrong with the rope itself. These are the flower seeds we have. So I have to choose what I want to put in there. Petunias, bachelor button, marigold, portulaca, African daisy, and a whole bunch of these coleus. But they just look like a plant and not flowers. So I don't know if I want to use those right now. There's a whole bunch of these, so maybe I'll just put all these in there. Yeah, looks like it would probably be good to put these in there. And there's only one each of these three. I don't know. I'll decide. He put a base in the bottom, some wood and some paper and stuff. And now he's gonna fill it with dirt.
Yep, this is all compost that I did.
Yeah, but don't dig up your squash seeds and your watermelon seeds.
And planted from here forward. I never planted nothing back here.
All right.
Everything I planted is from there forward.
Yeah. And this is his compost pile he's been working on for what, 12 years?
Yeah.
So it should be.
That's a new one I'm starting over there. I started last year over there.
Yeah. So it should be really good dirt.
Yeah, I've been working on this one for 12 years. It's got wood stove ashes, leaves, dog poop, rabbit poop.
Old vegetables.
Yep, vegetables.
Oranges, tomatoes.
Grounds,
Yeah.
newspaper.
Yep. And these are baby apple trees. Here and here. There and there. That Don's been growing just from throwing apple seeds out here. So they're doing pretty good. Maybe eventually someday we'll have some apples. There, it's all set. All the seeds are in there. And I brought my ladybug and put it on the edge. And those petunias, it said about 2 weeks they should be flowers, so we'll see. Dinner tonight is baked chicken breast with barbecue sauce, cauliflower tater tots, and corn. And he has mixed vegetables. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and end this one. I know it's plenty long enough since it's 2 days long. Of course, dinner was good. I overcooked the cauliflower tater tots a little bit, and they actually came out better that way. The crispier they are, the better they are. But we're going to say goodnight, and we hope you enjoyed the video and that you like, subscribe, comment, share, and you're having a good night. Say goodnight.
Say you good morning, Burrito.
Yeah, here, show it to him.
Burrito.
Yeah, I gave this shirt to Don, but I needed something comfortable, so I borrowed it back for tonight.
Yeah.
It's definitely way big on me now. But anyway, and we'll see you next time.